with another video. I'm hoping that I've got the phone the right way and that this is actually widescreen, and I've realised that it makes a lot more sense to actually talk to the camera lens and not to look at the top of the camera like that, otherwise I look like an idiot. So I am going to try and make steamed carrot buns today. I've made the dough already, that's resting in the oven. The oven's not on. The oven's got the light on, so it hopefully should be rising. But I saw these on Molly Ye's programme and I thought I like the idea of carrots as a filling because I've always got extra carrots hanging around, so I thought I'd have a go. You can see I'm still being caught out by not looking at the lens. I think I need to have a little sticker with an eye on it so I can talk to it. So what I'm going to do is stop this and then start chopping. And so here we are. Right, I have got spring onions here. I have got a large amount of grated carrots. Yeah, I see. I've always got excess carrots. The spring onions I accidentally forgot about. I'd put them in some water so they didn't die until I got around to using them, and then I completely forgot about them, with the result that the green bits ended up like enormous things, and so I've got rather a lot of greenery. So yeah, if you put your spring onions in water, the green bit will continue to grow. So if you want a bit more of the green bit, there you go. Forget about them in a jug of water. So all I'm going to do is that really exciting thing of chopping spring onions. Now I realise I should have done this first, so I'm not subjecting you to me chopping spring onions. But you know, there's always the possible excitement of bloodshed, so you never know, that might be fun. It wouldn't be fun for me, but you could always have a good laugh. I'm just going to put these out of the way. I'm going to unsuccessfully put these out of the way because I managed to drop half of them on the towel. It's been a good day, really. I will just continue to gather up the spring onions. They get everywhere. Right. I've also got them out of my way because I don't know what it is with spring onions these days. The red ones make me cry, the white ones make me cry. I'm obviously just a complete spring onion wuss now. I don't know. Either that or spring onions are rebelling. And I don't know. Maybe they are. Who knows? Anyway. Right, they can stay there happily. I have garlic, because why wouldn't you have garlic? So far I've got I had 2 very large carrots which I grated that are in there, 3 mutant spring onions which are in there, and apparently some mutant garlic cloves as well. These are the days of mutant vegetables. And possibly mutant politicians, who knows? There we are. Isn't that exciting? There, it's all done. What I'm going to do is saute off the carrots in some oil with the garlic and the onions. And this unattractive looking piece of lump is actually smoked tofu. Which, before you all recoil in horror and go, ooh, tofu, don't. And if you do, don't do it to me. I'm aware that it looks quite strange, but it smells amazing. So what I'm going to do is cut that into, either grate it or cut it into really fine pieces and put that in with the carrots as well, so it's got a bit of chew in the filling. Because, you know, let's face it, you want something to get your teeth into, right? So I shall saute this all together. I could show you me grating the tofu, but I'm not entirely sure you want to see me grating tofu. So when that's all sautéed and brought together, I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Right, here we are back. This is a whole pile of carrots. What we've got in here, we've got the spring onions chopped, the garlic, grated carrots, the tofu, which is really small, it's chopped up, really, but it's in there somewhere. Some chopped roasted salted peanuts, maple syrup, what else have we got? 5 spice powder, soy sauce, and a bit of dry sherry. I mean, if you haven't got dry sherry, sorry, wrong way around. Dry sherry is what you use if you haven't got rice wine, and I just wanted to give this a bit of a flavour of the Orient, as it were. I realise I'm probably doing it all wrong, and Chinese people everywhere will be hating me. But this is my cooking, what happens in my house, and I'm not trying to pretend this is authentic in any way, shape or form. The last thing that went in was a little bit of grated ginger and some white pepper. So that's it really. All I need to do with that. So some of it has caught on the bottom of the pan, but I don't really mind that. Because some of the best bits that you get from Chinese takeaway meals are where it's caught on the bottom of the wok, and you get that beautiful smoky flavour, and it is from a properly seasoned wok. It's gorgeous. So there you are. That's the filling, and that's the filling all over the stove as well, because never let it be said that I can keep things in the pan. Do let it be said, however, that I will clean up after myself afterwards. So that just has to sit and have a little bit of a think about itself. It needs to be cool so that when the dough is ready I can actually hold the stuff and put it into the dough. You will be pleased to know, however, I've already cleaned the stovetop, so this coming off there and going into the pan, not a problem. There, I think that's quite, yes, that actually smells really nice. Oh, there was, by the way, this is the soy sauce that I use. It's the curcuma stuff. It's got a really, really lovely taste to it. But obviously, if you, I was going to say if you have to go gluten-free, but then again, if you were gluten-free, you wouldn't be making the buns to put this in. So scratch that, pretend I didn't say that. And I will see you back here when the buns, or the dough anyway, is ready. Right, well, the dough has apparently risen, and it's over there doing something, and I'm going to attempt to roll them out and fill them. I hold no expectations that I'm going to be any good at that, because I've never done it before, but you never know. So I'm going to switch this off, move the camera around, and here we go. Okay, so here goes. This dough is ridiculously sticky, so I'll just turn it slightly onto its floured side. Ooh, bits of flour. Now this is what I saw on, yes, a YouTube shaping channel, because there are such things as YouTube bun shaping channels out there. I think we need a little bit of this. Right, now the point is that you're supposed to flatten the edges and leave the middle somewhat, that word that I can't think of. I had a rolling pin, it's very small. Ah! But I think I am not anywhere near deft enough to do what they were doing. I think that was somebody who'd been doing it for many years. So I'm just going to thin the edges out like that. This is rough, this is homemade, this is just me. And if it doesn't look nice, well, I'm the only one that's going to eat them. got that nice and flat as it's going to get anyway. Here we have a goodly amount of filling. Now I must admit, when I was watching people do this in their videos, they were hands in, absolutely hands in with the filling, and there was stickiness and everything. I'm trying to do that, but anybody who knows me will know that I'm not a great person when it comes to being sticky. I'm really not. So let's lift the edges a bit. I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm not going to do the whole folding, shaping, pleating. No. What I'm going to do, she says, failing at it, is bring the middle up and do that. Because that's probably about as good as I can make it. I should probably zoom you in a bit there, shouldn't I? Ooh. Massive hand in front of the camera. Right, and do possibly that. It is in no way brilliant, but it is a lot better than I was expecting to be. This dough is an awful lot stickier than I was also expecting it to be. But you know, that'll do, I reckon. I might do another one in a second just to practice, because that's a bit crap. I have a steamer with a dumpling on it. And I'm going to try flattening this out again. This one seems to have got a bit of a skin on it, which probably will make life a bit easier. Don't forget, this is me being a complete and utter beginner, and the reason I'm not editing it to show that I'm all perfect is because nobody's perfect, and I fail to see why I should not show everybody that I too am a bit crap, especially when it comes to a cuisine that I am not that familiar with. So I'm still going to have fun with it. See, this is a very, very, very sticky dough. See, that's all right. It's okay. I'll just stretch it out a bit. There we go. Squodge the filling in. There's probably a much better way of doing this, which I think is that. Then you can push the edges down like you're making a pasty, and then you can just pull the edges over each other. Chinese grandmothers will be horrified. I do not have a Chinese grandmother, therefore I feel vaguely safe. No, they're not brilliant, but as I say, first time having a go, so I will continue on with the rest, probably botching them as much as I've botched these. Then I will jerry-rig a steamer and we'll see how we go. Might have come up with an idea. I say might, but we will see how this goes. Right, so we have filling. And then bring sides up to the middle. And then basically gather everything together like you would a drawstring purse. Twist it like it's been bad. Turn it over. Bun! Yes, I am moving things around. I'm sorry about this. This is going to be a really small one. But yes, I think next time I'm not even going to bother with fancy anything, and I'm just going to do this. So you see, you pinch the middle together, you bring the side up to the middle and the side out and up to the middle. Ooh. Hold that there, bring the others in, pinch it so you're holding out a little money bag, twist it to seal it, put it down, and there. Last one. This last one will of course fall apart. This is slightly larger, so I suspect a little bit more filling in there won't do any harm. Bit of extra tofu, a few extra peanuts. So to all of my friends who keep saying, oh, everything you make's brilliant. Well, no, actually it's not, because we all learn. And we all have to find our own ways of doing things, which in my case appears to be, I'll get there somehow. But that's not wrong. That doesn't mean that you can't cook if it doesn't look how it's supposed to look. That just means that it was a fiendish recipe that you were quite foolhardy to attempt in the first place, but you attempted it and you kind of worked. Oh look, tofu. There we are. One utterly ridiculous attempt at making steamed buns after having only watched a video once, and that was of a Chinese lady making them. So I think that's all right. I am completely covered in flour, as you can see. Those are going to get steamed, and we'll see how they come out. Well, here we are. Yes, they're stuck together. Hey ho. Those ones, I steamed those two, and then I put them in the oven because they weren't sturdy enough to kind of hold their own, really. But you know, for a first attempt, I don't think that's too bad at all. No, there is there's one more in there that I forgot. I forgot all about that. That's the rest of the tofu, by the way, sliced very thinly, cooked with Old Bay seasoning, and that's going to go in a sandwich. But yeah, so there we go. Steamed buns, steamed baked buns. I'll live with that. Now, the whole point of this was for me to have a go at another recipe and just see if I could do it. It turns out, yes, I can do it, but I'm going to need a lot more practice. But over the years, I've had friends say to me, oh, I'm scared to cook for you because you're such a good cook. This is nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. This is a comedy of errors, doing this afternoon. I mean, yes, it's fun, I enjoy doing it. But just because something doesn't work the first time doesn't mean you should ever stop. It doesn't mean you're a bad cook. It just means you don't have the experience that lots of other people have. Don't give up. Keep trying. And you too could end up with steamed baked buns. But truly, keep going. We all screw up. not everybody can be Anthony Bourdain on the first go. Not everybody is Nigel Slater. Not everybody is Gordon Ramsay. Oh, thank God. Not everybody is Gordon Ramsay or Max Headroom or whatever character he's playing today. But seriously, just don't give up. We all screw up. I mean, this is today was fun, and I enjoyed it. I will admit, but and I get frustrated. But why can't I get it first time? Because I'm not a Chinese grandma who's used to making 300 buds every day. So anyway, enough of that. Give it a go. Just try it and have fun.